What is up, you guys? In today's video, I'm going to give you the 3 essentials that you need to be successful in anything that you do in life. Let's dive in. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the podcast. As always, I'm your host, Vaught, and I am here to equip you and help you on your journey in your woodworking business or your custom furniture business. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be diving into some things that I normally don't talk a whole lot about, but I think that can be really, really helpful to you on your journey. And so in today's video, I want to give you the 3 essentials for success in any pursuit. Okay, so this can be anything. This can be your business, this can be your relationships, this can be your physical fitness, this can be your relationship with the Lord, this can be anything that you're pursuing. 3 essentials that you need to be successful. Obviously, success is different for all of us. What does it mean to be successful? That's different. You can define that however you want to define that, but there's 3 things that you have to have in order to achieve it. So, number 1, the very first thing that you have to have is you have to have belief. Without belief, nothing else is going to work. If you have belief, everything else can begin to work. If I don't believe that I can learn how to ride a bike, then I won't be motivated to get up and get back on the bike when I fall, when I scrape my knee. In my personal story, when I run my bike straight into a rose bush and get 1,000 thorns stuck in me the very first time I ever try. True story, okay? So belief is super, super important. If you don't believe it to be possible, then we won't do what's necessary in the difficult times to achieve it. Okay, so number 1, we have to believe that what we're trying to accomplish can actually be accomplished. If we have belief, we'll keep moving forward. Okay, so number 1 is belief. Do I have belief? Number 2 is, do I have the necessary character traits in order to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish? And so this is where a lot of people mess up, is they don't have what is necessary to actually accomplish what they're believing for. The beautiful thing about all this, by the way, is that you can develop all these things. You can develop character traits. You can develop beliefs. And the last one I'm going to give you can develop that too. But what are character traits that are generally necessary to achieve any accomplishment, to achieve any endeavor? Well, you have to have resilience. You have to be able to bounce back from setbacks. You have to be gritty. You have to be focused. You have to be determined. You have to be mentally strong. You have to have integrity. You have to do what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it. You have to make and keep promises. These are just a small handful of tons of character traits that are necessary in order to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. But what a lot of guys struggle with is that they don't keep the promises that they make to themselves. They say, I'm going to lose weight, and then they don't ever do what they said that they were going to do. They say, I'm going to grow the business, but they don't ever do what they said they were going to do. They say, I'm going to be a more intentional husband or father, but they don't ever do what they say they're going to do. That's the reason also, by the way, why you don't have any self-confidence. You gain self-confidence not by looking at yourself in a mirror and yelling affirmations at yourself all the time. You get self-confidence by giving yourself undisputable proof that you are who you say you are, that you can do what you say you can do. Okay? So if you are struggling with that, this is probably the root. This is probably why. You probably have over time made a lot of promises that you haven't kept. And guess what? That's okay. You get to start again today. You get to choose again today, and you get to do what is necessary starting now to accomplish what it is that you're trying to set out to accomplish. But you have to believe, you have to have or develop the character traits necessary to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. And then lastly is that you actually have to have the skills to do the thing. Let me give you some examples. Michael Phelps learned how to become a great swimmer. He developed the skills around his belief and his character traits of consistency to become the most famed swimmer of all time. Mike Tyson developed the skills and then developed the beliefs and the character traits and the consistency to become arguably the greatest boxer of all time, between him and Muhammad Ali, right? So this is what happens when people start looking at trying to accomplish something. They look at it and they say, I could never accomplish that because I don't have the skills to do it. That's a foolish way to look at it. The question you have to ask yourself is, do I believe that I can acquire the skills? Do I believe that I have what it takes to be willing to learn and be willing to look stupid in order to get the skills to ultimately become great at this? So whatever that might be. If you're trying to be a better husband or be a better father, you're going to make some huge mistakes on that journey. But if you can look at it and you can say, you know what, this is worth it to me. I'm willing to look like an idiot in order to get better at this, then you'll actually become better at it. If you're trying to build a successful business, you have to make some stupid boneheaded decisions in order to ultimately build a successful business. But people are so afraid of looking dumb or making a bad decision or feeling bad about themselves, they don't even try. They would rather settle for mediocrity and not ever have to feel these feelings of inadequacy than try to go dare for something great and fail and feel stupid or feel dumb or feel like they don't have what it takes in these little short cycles to ultimately achieve something great. And that's why most people, 90% of people, make up the 90%, and the top 10% make up the top 10%, is because the top 10% have a much healthier relationship with failure. They have a much healthier relationship with the fact, I'm going to make mistakes, I'm going to screw up, I'm going to do things wrong, but that ultimately, I'm going to build my success on a mound full of mistakes. And so if you can learn how to be okay with that, if you can learn how to settle into that and realize that it's not the end of the world, I kind of have this philosophy of micro failure and macro failure. Micro failure are the little dumb things that you do that you're like, man, I shouldn't have done that. That was stupid. And then macro failure is when I burn down my marriage, or I burn down my business, or I have to file for bankruptcy, or I have these big giant things in my life that I'm like, man, this is life altering. These are big, what feel like crazy failures in my life. Well, what happens is usually the people that experience failure on a massive level, they had a really unhealthy relationship with failure on a small level, because they avoided fixing the things that needed to be fixed here, and it gets all the way over here to this point where they're experiencing it on a huge level. If they had just learned to be okay with the fact that I need to fix all these little things on a day-by-day basis, I need to have the hard conversations with my spouse, I need to have the hard conversations with myself, I need to get, man, I slept in today, I missed my workout, okay, tonight, after the kids are down, I'm going to go out to the garage and get a workout in, or I'm going to go for a run around the neighborhood, or whatever that thing might be. Like, learning to own your small failures and make adjustments, it's so paramount for your success. And so what 3 essentials do you need to be successful in any pursuit? You need to have belief, you need to have the necessary character traits or develop them, and then you need to have the necessary skills or develop them to achieve what you're trying to accomplish. And the last thing I'll say here, some people may look at me and think I'm wildly successful. Some people are looking at me and say, this guy isn't very successful at all. I would like to think I'm probably somewhere in the middle, and I've experienced a little bit of success in my life. The reason that I would attribute to any of my success is my belief in my ability to figure things out along the way. If I would have had to know everything perfectly before I started, I would have never started, and I would have never accomplished what I've accomplished. But I had an undying belief that, no matter where you throw me, no matter what situation I find myself in, I'm going to figure things out. And if you can believe that about yourself, you can ultimately always get where you're trying to go. And so hopefully this video was encouraging. Hopefully it was helpful to you. If it was, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And if you're a woodworking or custom furniture business owner, or you're trying to become one and you're needing some business principles to help you on your journey, this is the channel to go. We talk about marketing, we talk about sales, we talk about organization, we talk about a plan for growth, a plan for scale, we talk about hiring employees, we talk about managing employees, we talk about, this is episode number 412 on our podcast. And so we talk about anything and everything there is to talk about when it comes to operating a custom furniture or woodworking business. And so if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure that you do that. So a couple resources I want to give you before we go. Number one is my free ebook. It's the Handmade Business Secrets ebook. It's about 100 pages long. It's completely free to you. It's the first link in the description below. So be sure to click on that, enter your name, your email. We're going to send that over to you. And really that book outlines my journey, talks about my story, how I went from my garage really struggling to ultimately scaling that business to over $75,000 per month consistently, and how you can do the same thing. The next one is the Handmade Hero Academy program. That is our flagship program. It's really going to help you get your feet wet, learn a lot of the business principles that you need to learn to start getting your first several $1,000s in sales. And I say this every time, but if you sell one high-ticket piece of furniture, as a result of what you learn there, it's going to more than pay for itself, okay? And then lastly is the Woodworking Business Accelerator program. If you are serious, if your mindset is fixed on, I'm going to grow a successful woodworking business, I'm going to grow a successful custom furniture company, then I want to encourage you to check out the Woodworking Business Accelerator program. We've got tons of clients all across North America that we're helping right now get to 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, $100,000 inside of their own custom furniture business, and there's no reason that you couldn't be the next one to do it. So if you have some money to invest in ads, if you have some money to invest in your business, and you're ready to go to the next level, be sure to check out the Woodworking Business Accelerator program. So with that being said, love and appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next one.